Gentlemen, my calls are open once again. I like to keep the calls open, and I want to ask those defending this how you defend this. So we got Ishkaran and J. Anand Dehadrai, both are advocates, and I'd like Ishkaran, I'm told he supports this trashy, dirty, perverted comments. He supports, I don't know, I'm told he supports this digital perversion. This is not vulgarity, dirt. But I'm told, Ishkaran, that he's come out in...
You have been told wrong, my...
Not you, Jay Anand Dehadrai.
No, Arnab, I'll clarify.
I was told that he's come out in support of this perversion and these perverts. So I would like to understand what legal argument can defend perverts and perversion. Yes, Jay.
Thanks, Arnab. And firstly, thank you for inviting me to your show, and congratulations on hitting almost 1 billion viewers around the world and for organizing the plenary.
Thank you.
And look, I want to open by saying this, that, my generation, we grew up watching fantastic content put out by people like you. And that was a great influence on us. And, growing up, and that's what we saw. And that was the sort of productive content, constructive content, that we grew up on. So at the outset, I want to say this, that, in fact, I had also a chance to listen to your statement, your comments on this entire controversy. And I can't agree with you more, that this is repulsive, it is repugnant, it is disgusting. And the sort of jokes that have been, cracked, I mean, it borders really on filth. And I think you used the word dirt. So let me first say this at the outset, Arnab. I vehemently agree with your classification of what this is. But my nuance is this, and I hope you appreciate this, because I think you've also been a champion to a great extent of free speech. And so you will give me this, please.
Yes.
And, which is this, that look, we have a rule of law, I understand. And I think if he has broken the law and said something specifically, there's something specific that violates our penal code, Arnab, I'm 100% with you. The man should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But you also highlighted a very important thing in your comments, in the statement that you had put out. You said something very pertinent. You said that platforms like YouTube, Instagram, all of these other sort of OTT platforms have no regulation. And whereas, someone like you, for instance, your channel is subject to a full array of regulation, perhaps censorship also. And, and very rightly, none of these other platforms have, there's no teeth in our laws. If you see the IT media ethics rules of 2021, at most you can inform the intermediary to pull it down. There's nothing more than that. But just to conclude, sort of, I mean, if this is after all a debate, I am against censorship, Arnab, but you will give me this. There were, some elements from, the extreme sort of, the fringe. I've said the man should be hung, he should be... I mean, look, he's not the smartest cookie. I mean, let's be clear, he's not, and his position itself is very incongruous. You had pointed this out as well. You said this is a man who uses religion and morality when it suits him. And then when he's on this really crass platform, he's cracking these disgusting incest and sex jokes. But may I just say one more thing? And this is to clarify that, I'm not on the wrong side of the debate. I just want to say this, please, and please permit me. This other fellow, Samay Raina, he's absolute trash. I have no problem in saying this on record on TV. In fact, I'm representing a disabled individual, a person who's permanently disabled, who's got arthrogryposis, has no muscles in his limbs. I'm representing him against Samay Raina because this idiot, and please pardon my language, but he is one, basically cracked the most vile, insensitive, disgusting jokes against disabled people. So quite frankly, this platform, I think you've characterized it correctly, is only meant to generate money and eyeballs, and YouTube should be made responsible. YouTube's directors and whoever their key personnel are in India should be made personally responsible, and a massive fine should be imposed on them.
I think both there is the issue there. Thank you for everything nice that you said there. But I want to add there, I want to get Ishkaran as a legal perspective to counter. Just coming to you, Rahul, is that there is a primary and a secondary responsibility. The primary, of course, of the individual. The secondary is of the platform. And also secondary and not tertiary is that of the brands, because the brands are sort of just ducking this. The brands, which includes, and I'm not naming, one particular soft drink company, one audio platform, one OTT platform, one retail platform, one online food delivery platform, one wearables platform, one etc., etc. Now, these are all big companies. They're ducking this because they've decided that they want to promote dirt, perversion and vulgarity. They feel this will pass and will be back to business. That's what they think. And I don't know whether there's any legality involved here, whether they're going to duck it. Okay, Ishkaran.
Arnab, 2-3 points need to be made this very clearly. First, that this is absolute perversion. It was dirty, it was filthy. I'm not going to repeat it. And there is a reason these people are influencers, and there's a reason brands support them, because they influence people. So the argument being made that a drunk person also speaks like this, half of Delhi speaks like this, does not carry weight, because they are looked down upon if you are drunk and abusing. Here, if you're speaking these abuses in platform, it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to influence people. If you talk about, do you watch your parents having sex, do you want to join them, that is perversion across the world by any global standard. The second argument in defense which is made here is that India is becoming conservative. I will just give you one example of Janet Jackson's Super Bowl. Some singer pulled her blouse apart, and there was this whole controversy called Nipplegate, where the broadcaster was fined $500,000. How is YouTube different from that broadcaster? Later the case went away and the fines were reduced and something happened. But primary view was that the broadcaster has to be fined. Your specific question on what will happen on YouTube. Now let me come to the third aspect of this. The third aspect of this is that whether this perversion and this content is covered under free speech. To me, it is not covered. A case has to go on. The only limited exception, I believe, they should not be arrested, because I'm never in favor of anybody being arrested.
Okay, no.
But one point more on this. Because when those you talk about free speech, is pedophilia covered under free speech? Is Nazism covered under free speech? Is drug usage covered under free speech? All of that is not covered. You cannot suggest people do that. This is nothing different than that when you're suggesting join in incest, when you're suggesting be a voyeur to what your parents are doing. And there are no age limits. 14
Okay, we'll get Priyanka Arora to give a counter. She's an influencer. She's on the other side. Priyanka.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here, Arnab. I would first of all like to clarify that in no way I support whatever has happened, and in no way I support the kind of comments that have been made on Samay Raina's show. I'm here to support Ranveer Allahbadia apologizing for what he has spoken, because he's at least taking ownership of whatever he has done. And like I said, everybody.
Can you tell me what he's done? No. 1 minute. Can you tell me what he's done? You won't even be able to say it. What has he done? He's promoted incest. He's offered to pay money for a homosexual encounter. He has described intimate acts against, about parents, and talked about being a eyewitness to such events and a participant in such events. So can you even repeat what he's done?
My point
Since you're building a sympathy campaign.
I agree, but this is not the first time something like this has happened on Samay Raina's show. My point is, why is it being...
No, but so that means he's a habitual offender, and by argument you're saying if a person keeps doing these things, they should be allowed to do it. Okay, we got Rahul Ishwar.
Arnabji, this is not the first time, but this should be the last time. This is the time we
have
to
take action. That is the point. Open the lines, ladies and gentlemen.
Action should be taken against all these people. You know, I respect him for the other content, but this is absolutely crossing the Lakshmi Rekha. I was one of the first complainant. I connected to Mumbai police. They have forwarded my complaint to DCP Mumbai police. I have invoked section BNS 296, IT Act 67, section 285.
BNS 296.
The full force of the law should come.
BNS 296 that he refers to, if I'm not mistaken. Rahul Ishwar invokes Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita section 296.
And this
can I
is
come in for a
absolute
moment?
trash, and this should not be tolerated. Action need to be taken. Such shows.
Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 296, which deals with perverted obscene acts in public places. I think YouTube is the most public of all places, isn't it? It is as public as can be. Yes, Jay, briefly before I go to Sushant. Jay.
Yeah, very quickly, Arnab, very quickly. You know, apart from section 67 of the IT Act, really apart from that, we don't have anything in our penal code which has any teeth really to take action against.
We do. It may not have been used. No. One minute. I think what's happened is we normalized YouTube, social media, OTT platforms as, like, you know, places where things happen. I'm always told this.
That's not.
You know, Sushant, it's digital. Be cool, things happen. Pornography happens.
No, you're right. The
indecency happens.
You're
Offers to
right,
pay for sex happen. Right? Nudity happens. Children get used in the most sexualized fashion. It happens, right? Underage indecency is shown. It happens. Incest is promoted. It happens. And I'm saying tonight, Sushant, though you're trying to be a liberal on this, it cannot happen. There is a law of public conduct in this country. Sushant.
I don't know why you are attributing labels to me.
Everyone on.
My thing is, look, number one, I am on board with everybody else that what was said was utterly disgusting. There's no two ways about it. Like, that's an understood fact. Now what we are talking about is this lynch mob which has come out. Hang him, put him in jail. The whole force of the law as though he has committed some great treasonous act.
Oh, really? He's not?
And
He has.
No, one second.
He has.
1 second. Is incest a legal crime? There are two very distinguished lawyers.
Is incest
on the
a
panel.
crime?
Incest a crime in India?
I
Please tell me.
can't believe what you're
It's
saying. I can't believe what you're saying, sir. I can't believe that what you're saying. You're trying to normalize
How did
incest.
you make my point?
Is this now some Canadian liberal argument, individualism to
offense
the...
in India?
Pardon me?
Ask Jay.
This is
Jay is a very
absolutely
distinguished
shocking.
lawyer.
No,
Ask him.
I'm really sorry. This is about
Sir,
this is about
millions of
decency.
youngsters
This is
are
about
watching
vulgarity.
this.
This is about
But give
perversion.
them
You will
an
say
example.
your next argument will be, Sushant, that if a person is a pervert, is being a pervert allowed by the law?
God, Arnab, now let me make my point at least. My point is a simple one. Number one, you want to throw the book at him. Maybe there are some clauses under which you can throw the book at him. But incest is technically not a crime in India, as far as I know. Maybe Jay or Ishkaran can correct me.
No,
on that. Number
he's
one.
right.
Number two,
Arnab, he's right. It isn't on our statute book in the penal code under the BNS. Cracking a joke about, let me be more nuanced, cracking a joke about incest, it is disgusting, it's perverted, I agree with you.
Exactly.
But is that an offense? And if you please look at 296 for a moment, obscene acts and songs. And I know, I've been watching your show for years, Arnab, I know that, you have a strong command on the law. But 296, it is non-cognizable. Please note that. It's punishable only up to 3 years and obscenity.
No,
And
1
obscenity is what? It has to be seen in context.
1 minute. I don't want to go legal with you on this, but I'll tell you, it's not just 296. There is section 67. Explicit. No, 1 minute. There 1 minute. There's section that clearly prescribes 5 years in prison, so don't say anything else. There's section 294 of
67 is for
IPC.
3
There's section
years.
294 of IPC prevents perversion in public. YouTube is the most public of platforms, and
Same
freedom
for
of
obscene
speech.
books.
Freedom of
Yes.
speech can't be applied here because freedom of speech is not absolute. And also, as you remember, Delhi High Court upheld the FIR against the YouTube channel TVF earlier, saying the content is vulgar, obscene and profane, and Swarnakant Sharma was there who said this is shocking. Similar content, in fact, less offensive content was deemed illegal in the past.
Absolutely.
no.
So
What is
no,
punishment?
it's-
Are you going to put them in jail?
No, don't try to, I know what you're doing. What Sushant is doing is saying, hey listen, you prudes, let's have a bit of perversion, it's all right.
Make my point. I'm not a prude on this.
No, you're trying to portray everyone who's offended as prudes.
Baba, I am on the same page as you. I'm just not part of a lynch mob. What I'm saying is that can you not have... So there is understandably, there's a lot of public outrage in India. Completely understand it. Okay? What I'm saying is that rather than demanding this lynch mob thing...
Please, nobody's doing a lynch
No, but
mob,
there's
please.
one
Nobody's
more-
doing a lynch
there's another
mob.
thing.
This is
Arnab, there's
not
another
lynch
thing.
mob.
Those who are doing, those people who put out perverted comments, they're doing a lynch mob on the sensitivities of the people of India. Callers on the line. Venkatesh is calling from Bengaluru. Venkatesh, caller from Bengaluru, 5 seconds to each. We go to 4 callers. Venkatesh, Bengaluru.
Hi, I hope I'm audible, Arnab. Thank you for covering this.
Thank you.
I think what is being normalized is wokeness. Arnab. Wokeness is what is being normalized here. And and some Twitter channel or somewhere, or maybe on your channel, I saw some Congis clapping very gleefully because Ranveer had at some time, I think he was on stage getting an award from Modi ji. So they are clapping gleefully, but at the same time,
He's getting
they will
no
be the ones
awards.
who will rush to
Okay,
defend him.
I totally agree. Venkatesh, I have to take 2 callers. Murli Krishna from Tamil Nadu. Murli Krishna, please.
Sir, thank you for giving me opportunity. Thank you for hearing our voice, sir. This is very, very bad, sir, because most
One more
of the
caller.
bad comments are normalizing the wokeness, sir. Many platforms, including Instagram, there is no censorship, sir. They are spreading maximum 18%.
What do you think about the people who are sponsoring these kind of people?
So worst is that they should boycott such persons.
Yeah.
After Corona period, most number of young minds are using phone for
Exactly.
education
If they feel, if the
purposes. They are
sponsors feel this helps their business, we must make their business hurt. 1 minute. Narsingh Rao from Hyderabad.
Sir, thank you for giving this opportunity. First
Sir.
of all, the people who are contributing for this kind of program, they first be in jail. Because see, most of the children are getting influenced for this kind of nonsense, and people are become a victim of.
That's my point. There's no control.
Yeah, very recently in Andhra Pradesh, a guy of 13 years person
Yeah.
who was YouTube influencer program was raped for 5
That's
years.
the danger. You see, Narsingh, today some kid will pay 59 rupees to access this content. Pay 10 rupees to access pornographic content.
Arnab,
Pay 50 rupees to access that nonsense alt Balaji pornography, semi-pornography that is being put out. God knows what Ekta Kapoor does day in and day out. She's made it a business model. Ravi is calling from Pune. Ravi.
Arnab.
Okay, 1 minute.
To all of you, Jai Hind to all of you, and thank you for taking up this subject. This
Yes,
is
take me off for a
absolutely deplorable. My only question to Ranveer Allahbadia and
Right.
any other Ranveer for that matter is that will he be able
Okay.
to make same comments in front of their mothers?
No. They would not. They think they're making money of making these comments. I'm getting 30-second response because I have to go across to our next feature tonight. Okay, Jay and okay, 10 seconds. Rahul, 5 seconds. 5 seconds to you, Rahul.
I'll be very, very quick.
I'm the
I just want
father
to
of
say,
2
as a
children.
criminal
I'm
lawyer, as a
concerned
about
their mental health.
there has to be context.
They are people who
and
consume
intentionality.
content. If they are
Did he
15 or
have an
16,
intention?
if they are
Did he
seeing
have
this
an intention
film,
to
I
commit
cannot
a crime?
tolerate it. And
Is
this
there
is
a
not a matter of
context?
technical
Context
academic
is
debate.
Exactly.
This is a matter of ethics.
There has
This
to
is
be
a matter of
context and
dharma.
intention.
This is a matter of samveda and sanskar. And there is no compromise on it.
Who's
Strong action should be
screaming,
taken.
I don't
This
know
is
why he's
absolutely
shouting
no
so
academic
loudly.
technical
Yeah.
debate.
But, you
This
know,
matter
can you counter
concerns
me on
the very
context
mental
and
health of
Okay,
our
okay,
nation.
next.
And our youngsters'
Does he want
future
to hang
cannot
these
be
people?
sacrificed
Is
at
he
the
ready
altar
to
of
hang these
purpose.
people?
Is he
What does he
ready?
want
Tell
to
me,
do? The law
producers.
doesn't permit it, Arnab. Does this man want to hang
Are you
them?
going
What
to
does
check
he
now?
want?
He's
No, sir. Law should take
Quickly,
course.
call.
296.
I'll
call on the show.
What do you want to do?
okay. I will. Okay, I will.
Arnab.
No. There are very strong sentiments on this. Very strong sentiments. Please continue. Don't put me on it.
I just want to say this, Arnab, if you will permit me, please.
Yeah, switch
in
on
terms
the
of,
camera.
there's a twofold test. In terms of context, what is the context in which these remarks have been made, A, and B, the intention. Whether these persons really intended to commit an offense. You know, so even if you apply the absolute test to such a situation, even in that situation,
Okay, anyway,
you've got to
many
take the
people
apology.
saying, at least 3 out of 4 people saying sponsors should not sponsor perversion.
The sponsorship they should be fined. Those sponsors should be fined if they continue to sponsor.
Exactly,
such
there's so
brands.
much anger
And
about these
YouTube-
sponsors.
Yes, and YouTube should be fined an astronomical amount. I mean, you know, our fines in our statute books are
Yeah.
so toothless.
Yeah,
There have to
Ishkaran,
be
1
massive
second.
fines.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I have to go because
Short points. Firstly, there cannot be a defense of incest, that incest
Yeah.
is not a statutory crime defined exactly. Though in my
Understood.
opinion, it may come under 377 as it used to exist, and there's
Okay.
corresponding.
Okay, I
second
thank you so
aspect
much
which
because
we
my
need to
next
get-
guest is someone I respect so deeply. I can't make him wait, but I thank you all very, very much. Very, very much.